Hi guys, it's CalamitiesDawn here and welcome back with a new modded Minecraft playthrough. This one has taken me ages to decide to record just purely because I was like, no, I'm done after the hardcore. But we're starting in a modded 1.21 playthrough. So I have got some of the mods that I used from hardcore, some ones that weren't in it. Purely dependent on what had been updated to 1.20.1 because I wanted to get around to actually playing through the features, seeming with my hardcore I kind of just didn't utilize most of the features for the 1.20 update, so yeah. I'm slowly getting myself started up here, nothing too crazy. I'm forgetting how to make sticks. But I decide I'm going to try and jump in as quick as I can here and get myself sorted as quickly as possible. So I made myself a stone pick. I'm gonna go through and grab a whole bunch of coal, which I've sped up because resource gathering can be quite tedious. So I grab a whole bunch of coal because normally it's not very often that I spawn somewhere where I actually have a lot of resources to go through. So I was like, I'm going to utilize this and take it because I don't know how close to this starting island I'm going to build or how far away. I managed to get some iron as well. I also got a pretty good set of achievements from eating an apple. I'll eventually do like a showcase thing and be like, what is it that those all meant. I then realized it was getting dark and I didn't particularly want to fight any monsters at the moment. I don't think I was well prepared enough to fight mobs, so I massacred the sheep and decided I'm gonna make a bed, but apparently it takes me a bit because I forget how beds work. I take like a month or two's break or maybe a bit more from Minecraft and I forget how to craft things. I ended up going and exploring from the starter island and I found a ruined nether portal and decided to take some of the things that were there. I decided to take the armor because at the minute I don't have anything, so I'll just use that. I also tamed a donkey. He's gone. I kind of like tamed him and then left him because I didn't have any saddle for him, so I don't know why I bothered taming him. I just did, I suppose. And then I decided I'm going to go around and grab a lot of the more berries from the more berries mod. Found another ruined nether portal and decided to take most of the things in here besides the pickaxe because I didn't really need it. But the iron nuggets and the gold nuggets are quite welcome. I found a abandoned village, which we end up settling not too far from here. We're actually quite close because I do want to have a goal in mind of building up this village and trying to make it look better with my very, very terrible building skills, but it gives me something to improve on. At this point, I'm kind of just running around trying to figure out how far I want to be away from the village, and I settled just near here somewhere. I start getting myself slowly set up by placing things and storing things away, which is always the go. I then make myself another chest because I realize not everything I've collected so far is going to fit in a single chest. I start smelting that iron and I use some more of the coal that I've collected to cook some beef. Put away my starter tools because I want to build like an area in the village for kind of like a memorial sort of thing, museum memorial, to show the tools that we started off with and things like that. Seems pretty weird, but that's what I want to do. I then went to this ruined nether portal that wasn't far from the home and then decided to go back and loot the village. I mean, it's not like we have any villages there, so it won't cause any harm. I then decided to do some clearing of dirt which I do spend a fair bit doing this because I'm wanting to set up little dirt rows for the berries, because I'm going to set up a berry farm. It's only after getting through some of this that I kind of realized that with the more berries mod, you can't actually plant the berries after you've harvested them. You have to get the bushes. So bear with me as you watch me make a grave mistake and realize that I've just collected all these berries and I can't plant them. I even come back with an iron hoe, thinking maybe that will do something. I then realized I need to make shears because I went and checked the mod page, because that would be handy. I also grabbed some wool while I'm at it because I want to make a traveler's bed. At this point, I hadn't realized that the comfort mod had changed the creation of their sleeping bag, so I ended up just crafting one from the the adventure backpack mod. So I went on a pretty long hike, I'd say, for this, because I went to every biome that had different berries, because I wanted to have all of the different colors for it, because we can make cakes and stuff that I can display. Found a village on the way. Decided to go in here, have a quick look, waypoint, get the waystone, and loot it. We found 2 of the new discs in the More Discs mod. I also decided to cut down a cherry tree and wait because I wanted to take home a cherry sapling. Found a ruined ship. I didn't go fully through with looting this one because I didn't have a shovel on me at the time. I then made it to an acacia biome or savanna biome and got an acacia tree. I found one of these random waystones out in the open and I was like, hey, I'm going to take it because it saves me using materials to grab it. I also got the orange berries that are quite prevalent in this biome and found another village. This village had a blacksmith in it, which is the first time I've seen one like this, so it was quite interesting. We also got our first diamond from here. I'm pretty sure it's our only diamond at the minute, actually. Found another random waystone out in the middle of nowhere and decided I'm going to take it because, hey, the more the merrier. I ended up spending a fair while looking for these green ones, but I've managed to find them. On the way to looking for another biome, I found a village that has some lovely chocobos in the background. I then went on a long hike for a swamp because the swamp contained the last coloured berries I needed and it took a fair while. At this point, I make a sillies and don't realise that I haven't picked up the bed because I'm automatically thinking it's the one from the Comforts mod, which it isn't, so I had to pick it up, but I never did. It's only at this point that I'm making my way back home that I realise I need to sleep. I help this iron golem kill some zombies, and I sleep. It took me a fair while to get back home, but now that I've made it back home, I decided I'm going to start planting some of these bushes so that we can slowly get ourselves a steady supply of berries. I then realized at this point I want to have a 2 block gap between each row, and I realized here that I need to do some more clearing of dirt because I haven't exactly given myself enough room. I also do a sillies here where I could have left that one bit of dirt block there, but I didn't. I got rid of it and I don't know why, and then I placed it back anyway. I put the shovel back because I want to have that as the first iron shovel we used. And here I am just clearing out everything, trying to make sure it's all uniform. and I start placing down the other set of berries that are left to be placed. I realize I actually need more room as well because I want to plant the red berries, or sweet berries I should say, that we have, because what is the point of having a berry farm if we're not going to actually put in the ones that are in vanilla Minecraft? From this point on, I decide I'm not happy with it just being dirt. So I found a little area pretty close to the village, like it's just outside of it, that has a lot of marble. So I decided to build a perimeter or 2-block path around the berry farm. And I go and get a whole bunch of marble and turn it into polished marble. I then am contemplating how I want to do the middle bits. So for the rows going down, I decided that maybe polished marble would be the best choice because then it keeps it more uniform. I'm also trying to fill in the hole after I clear out most of the marble resources. That way it just looks neater. I mean, it doesn't really make a difference, but to me it does. At this point, I started breaking that out as I was going to put marble there as well, but realized I don't want everything all marble. So I decided that I would go for a more natural look. So I went and got some birch wood. And here I decide to lay them down and strip them because I think that that looks quite nice in contrast with the very, very bright marble. I then decide, okay, look, we've got a food farm down, that's great, but seeming we have some wood near us and I had spare wood left over, why not just start making ourselves a little corral? Or a farm sort of thing. That's not what I'm thinking of. Can't think of the word. But I decide that I'm going to fence off some animals in here and then slowly breed them up, and I will eventually build a barn or such to house them. I was very lucky here because this random pig just decided to walk in here and I was like, hey, cool, if you want that to be your home, great, that makes it easier for me. I then realized that with our piggy friend being there, I have no carrots. I had potatoes and such at the time, but I did not have carrots, and pigs need carrots. So I go to that village that we found just before we went back home and go and just steal all their crops. Sorry, guys. I also just break some of their farmland while I'm at it. I head home and then I decide, yeah, we're going to just clear out this hill again. And then I start making myself a farm. And I plant all those carrots down. I also plant down the potatoes and wheat, I believe. At this point I'm realizing I'm going to need to have 2 bits of water so that everything does it sort of evenly. So I kind of just do that and then continue on. I then throw in some eggs that I got and managed to get a chicken after attacking the poor pig. I then decide I'm going to make myself some barrels and collect all of the berries. The barrels are going to be my way of distinguishing what's food storage and what isn't. So anything that is a normal chest is just everything else. And the barrels are going to be for food. I had the second barrel there done with the golden carrots and the golden apples. And then I decided I'm going to go back and put down my wheat. In between doing that, I had a whole bunch of wheat seeds left, so I was like, hey, come on, chicken friend. We're going to go take you back to another chicken friend. It's also at this point, as I'm leading this chicken back, that I realized that there was an extra 2 chickens that I could have picked up if I just went a little to the right. But in all honesty, I couldn't have been bothered. So I bring our chicken friend in. I also decide I'm going to try and age up the chicken. But I run out of seeds. Which then starts my grass punching saga. I don't know why. Then after I get 2, I realized our chicken friend's grown up and decide to breed them. I also decide I'm going to clear out more of this hill because I need another line of crops. Because I want to put the beets down. So I put the beetroot down, realize I kind of don't really have any other like vanilla seeds, so I grab the soybean seeds and the carrot seeds I had left over and just plant some of them in. I then go and grab a large following of cows to come with us. This last cow here had some trouble just staying focused, but we got them all back in the end. We also pick up a sheep friend along the way, which was like cool. I'm happy to have more mobs than none at all because it gives us a bit more of a way to start ourselves up. At this point, I'm trying not to turn around and see how far away I am from the pen because I don't want to have them break sight. So I kind of just do like these little shuffles backwards, hoping that they stay followed. I then go around this side to go pick up the egg, which I could have done while I was in there, but I didn't. Threw the egg and accidentally hit one of my chickens. At this point, I'm just sort of doing little bits of housekeeping, even though I don't have a house, and realize I have pillagers, so I make myself a shield in case they decide to attack me. I also realize I need a lot more wood, and I have tree axes installed, so I wanted to use it to go get different wood types and more wood of things I needed. Along the way, I didn't bring food, or much food, so I decided I'm going to use that to make, or get that to make more food. I then end up getting some sheep there and realize, hey, I can make an actual proper sleeping bag, which is great. And I'm finding a dripstone cave, and knowing me, I'm probably going to forget where it is, so I collect 5 of both the dripstone block and 5 of the dripstone itself. Grab some iron, because at this point, I'm near out of iron. So I go to this large cave and clear it out. As I'm clearing out the coal, I found a piece of emerald and I was like, hey, cool, that's great. More iron. I'm pretty sure I like stripped this surface area of iron that I could reach. As I'm walking around, I found that this actually connects to a lush cave, which was like, cool. That gives us some extra things to look into. Although right now I'm not currently prepared, so I just leave a waypoint. I then decide to go explore the other side of this cave because there might be something more interesting or more ores that are worth collecting. I do try climbing up here to get the ore that's up there, but I never end up getting it, so it just stays there. I find more iron and decide to grab it. I'm not realizing at this point that I'm having a zombie walk near me at all. I'm just completely focused on getting my iron. It's only that when I get smacked, I realize, hey, hang on, I'm being attacked. I decide I don't have any torches. I'm not going to go any further into the darkness and just turn around and try and make my way out.